You too.
So my question is, where do I park my camper van? All right, welcome back to the channel, and I appreciate you guys for watching. And we appreciate the 300 subscribers that we just hit last night. But, oh, hold up. First of all, I got what I've been waiting on. Ugh. Get this thing to move. That's a big box. And they got it right. Man, this is not going to be unboxing. Like, this is too much. But anyway, look, this is my fuel pump. Like, I've been waiting on this fuel pump, so we can start the van up. And I'll put that on tomorrow. But my question today is, like, I'm gonna say, like, my biggest fear was, where do I park a camper van? Back when I first wanted to get into, because in the beginning, it definitely was going to be full time. This time, it's going to be part time, and we're going to make it go into full time. But my biggest fear was, like, what held me back from really doing this, or really focusing on doing this now, was I didn't know, like, where to park. So, you got to bear with us. Like, no matter how many videos I watch, actually doing it is different. So I wanted to know, like, where do I park? And we've had a short bus that we used for one of our business, for our business. We had a charter bus that we used for our business. And that's when the business was doing good. And 2016 to 2021, we had the short school bus, and we had the big kind of mid-sized, like, charter bus that we used for the business that we had. The business where we still currently have the business. It's just not as much revenue that it used to be. But so when we had those vehicles, and, like, before we sold each one of them, I wanted to get into van life, like, back then. But I thought, like, where do I park a school bus? Like, where do I park a charter bus? Like, where do I park a van? And after watching a couple videos, they're like, most RV parks discriminate old vehicles. Most RV parks discriminate if they got a 10-year rule. If it's not 10 years old or newer, they won't let you park there. Most Walmarts or whatever, they say, I've heard all kind of stuff. So I'm wondering, like, where do I park? And I recently just found out about BLM land, and I recently just found out about, like, things like iOverlander. But my fear was, where do I park? Or better yet, how do I plan out, let's say, 2 months? Do I find a place where I can stay for 2 months, or 1 month, or 1 week? Or is it which is better? How do I plan that out? Is it the run and gun? Like, I'm going to this city today, this state tomorrow, this state the next day. I'm gonna stay here 2 days. Like, what works best for you guys when you're planning your, let me say, your travels, or like how do you do it? Do you do a Cracker Barrel this night? Do you do a Planet Fitness this night? Or do you just go somewhere um, for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 2 months? You know, what is a valid way to um, plan this thing out? And, where do I park, and where do we sit? I know the not getting the knock is fun, I guess, but I don't want to deal with no knock. I don't want to deal with nothing, no crime, no, which we know things happen, but I'm gonna have children with me. It's not like I'm a solo camper. If I was a solo camper, like I wouldn't need, me, I'll park anywhere. This is nothing like new. I done slept in my cars at rest areas and gas stations, plenty of times. But where do I park? Like, comment down below, like, the best option for a family. Like, are there RV parks that will accept our van? Are there campsites with water and electricity that will accept our van? Like I say in the beginning, we've had the schoolie. We've had two schoolies, but back then was the time where my wife really wasn't into it, and that'd be a whole nother video on how she got into van life after probably 4 years of me asking her about it. But that's a whole nother video. But like, yeah, where do we park to where it's comfortable and don't have to worry about nobody knocking on the door? Break-ins could happen anywhere. We don't want to, face that type of situation. But, and I know it's different apps. I've seen iOverlander and Hip Camp and Airbnbs where it's just like land you could stay on. And I know we all want to stay somewhere where it's free. And like I said, I done did gas station and rest parks growing up, up until now. I've did that before I got married. So, that was my biggest fear in starting this. I'm like, it was just schoolie that I could have got for $1,000. It was a school bus, but it was the big school bus. And it was $1,000. And, back then I could have, built it out. But I was like, I don't know where to drive this big thing, where I'm gonna park it at, without nobody bothering me or getting a ticket. So the same thing with this. Like, we checked out a couple state parks around our local area, a couple lakes and stuff that will accept these. But when we get to like Tennessee or Michigan or Nevada, Chicago, like, do we stealth camp? Like, that's the question. Like, where do we park? I don't want to knock, I don't want a ticket. I don't want my van to be towed. Electricity or not, it's fine. Water or not, it's fine. Bathrooms, we can make all that stuff work out. Showers, we can figure all that stuff out. But yeah, newbies, get ready to start. We've been reading the inputs, all the comments so far, and you guys are making us feel more comfortable. Of course we know, like, man, just get out there and go. Yeah, we know all that. Just go and figure it out. But if I could ask this question on this platform and get responses back. You know, we read all of them. So that's it. Like, where do we park? And also, I kind of don't want to get ahead of myself, but we have a step van, as you see in a previous video. Like, we have a step van that needs work done to it, that we've used for our business as well. Which all those vehicles we use for a food truck. At one point, this was going to be our ice cream truck, so I bought it for ice. I bought it to be an ice cream truck. So, but you know, now that we're transitioning kind of away from that side of the business and want to go into the traveling more and maybe keep a little bit of the business, like, because it really wouldn't pick up to maybe the summertime. But truthfully, we really would rather do this than run our business. Like, we've ran the business for 11 years now. And this is our passion. Now, it's always been my passion. Now it's both of our passion. It's our family's passion to get on the road and travel. So comment down below, subscribe, and help us, follow us on this journey. But yeah, help us. Like, where do we park? Our newbies could be reading the comments and saying, like, where do we park? You know? So that's it for today. See you guys in the next video. Peace.